Hi, welcome to the Resident Assistant online information session here at Drew University. Thank you for taking the first step in launching your legacy. During today's presentation, you're going to learn a lot about what is an RA, what is an HA, and residence life as a whole. Here are some things to expect during this presentation. Departmental overview. What is an RA? What is an HA? What is res life and what is a CRE? The minimum qualifications for the role. The timeline, the RA process, important notes on financial aid before applying for the position, the RA application, life as an RA. Then we'll talk about what to expect. We'll talk about what to expect in a first-year area and what to expect in an upperclassman area. Then we'll discuss diversity, equity, and inclusion. Duty responsibilities, RA resources, self-care in the RA role, and transferable skills. Here at Drew University, there are many things that go into being an RA. However, here are just a few that we're going to highlight. Crisis management, housing, supporting diversity, and programming. For crisis management, you can deal with anything from general homesickness to dealing with someone with a high level of anxiety. For the housing piece, you'll be working with the Coordinator of Residential Engagement, or also known as a CRE, and you'll be connecting with the Housing Coordinator, just to make sure that any students who have housing concerns have their needs adequately met. For supporting diversity, there are many programs to take your residents to. Anywhere from our Latinx group, Ariel, to our Black Student Union group, BSU, you'll find a whole host of programs hosted by various groups at the university to take your residents to in order to have fun and engage. You can also do your own programming to help support your own diversity and inclusion efforts here on campus. Then, when it comes to general programming, you have many options to choose from, all the way from hosting a movie night to doing ice cream socials and more in order to continue to build community in your hall. Now let's get into what is an RA. RAs are role models on campus. They're able to really elevate the experience of the resident, and they're able to enact change on their floors and greater communities. Now let's take a look at some of the RA responsibilities. Communicating university goals, expectations, and community standards to members of the community. Developing purposeful educational, community service, social, and co-curricular programs. Promoting mutual respect and understanding in a diverse and open community. Mediating and resolving conflicts. Advising students about university resources. And acting as a liaison between students and other university offices. Now we'll begin to go over what is a house assistant, or also known as an HA. HAs help to create community in one of Drew's 5 themed houses / specialty floors, including Pangea, Music Appreciation House, Spirituality House, Wakanda House, and Woko, a feminist house. Each of these houses have a unique focus on a specific subject matter or social issue. While there are many similarities between an HA and an RA, an HA's purpose is to build community around that specific theme or subject area. Now you may be wondering, what is Res Life and what is a CRE? Residence Life provides a residential experience, which is an extension of the classroom. We provide students with an inclusive, healthy, and welcoming home. Our live-in professionals, paraprofessionals, and student staff plan programs for your buildings and connect residents to engaging opportunities. Coordinators of Residential Engagement, or CREs, promote mutual respect and understanding in a diverse and open community. Furthermore, they do programming, assist with mediation where needed, and help to resolve conflicts and advise students about university resources. They also act as liaisons between students and other university offices. What does it take to apply for the RA position? Here are some of the following things that we look for. Students who are in good academic and social standing. Students must maintain a 2.5 GPA and a 2.3 each semester, and first-year students must have both. First-year students who are applying in the fall and currently do not have a GPA can still apply. By the time we review the applications in January, you will have a GPA on file. For the most current timeline for the RA application and RA selection process, please go to drew.edu/lead. Here's an overview of the RA selection process. First, you will need recommendations from a university staff and/or faculty member. And please note that you no longer need RA recommendations. 2. Group process day. Come prepared for a full day of team and group activities. 3. The interview. You will attend a scheduled interview with the CREs. 4. Contract signing. You will read your RA contract and sign it. You will also get to know your new staff members and the CREs who you will work for in the fall. 5. RA training. You will participate in a mandatory 2-week August training program led by the ResLife staff, as well as an abbreviated training in January. In regards to your compensation, please go to drew.edu/lead for the most up-to-date information. And if you're offered a position, please make sure to check with student accounts and financial aid in order to make sure that the RA position will not interfere with your current financial aid package. The RA application will be posted on drew.edu/lead. Please check on the website for exact dates. Life as an RA can vary from complex to complex, so let's take a look at the varying experiences that you might have. If selected as an RA in the first year halls, you will be helping students with time management, roommate issues, actively guiding them, and providing purposeful programming. So for time management, first years have many issues, questions, and concerns that arise, so just make sure to be available to act as a resource who can help them through their problem. Then for roommate issues, first year students sometimes don't really know their roommates, so it's inevitable that there may be some level of conflict. Your job is to mediate and help to resolve these conflicts. Then for actively guiding them, first years look to you for an example of what a good resident should be. It's your job to help guide them through their first year as college students. And for purposeful programming, make sure that you're programming with the purpose in mind. First years are making friends and adapting to studying at a collegiate level, so center your programs around helping them socially and academically. Being an RA in an upperclassman hall can be different, so here are some of the things to expect. Reaching out. When working with upperclassmen students, they may require more effort in terms of reaching out just because they may not look to you for conversations or seek out your help as often, and because they're used to the college experience. Then 2, for purposeful programming. Program events that allow upperclassmen to get away from the demanding experiences of the college life, but keep it fun and their needs in mind. And then for intentional interactions, when walking on the path or socializing at the Commons, make every effort to reach out to your residents to see how they're doing. Attend some of their events in an effort to show that you support and care for your residents. In residence life, diversity, equity, and inclusion is a big part of the role, so let's break down some of these key concepts. Diversity. It's the representation of all of our complex identities and differences. Residence life seeks to engage, understand, and draw on a variety of different perspectives. Equity. It seeks to have a fair treatment, equality of opportunity, and access to information and resources for our students. And inclusion. It seeks to create a culture of belonging by seeking contribution and participation of all people. Every individual's voice adds value to Drew's community. Now that you have an understanding of these terms, it's important that you bring this to your floors and your building. Let's take the time to review some of the duties and responsibilities for the RA role. Duty occurs 7 nights a week for each staff. You must remain in your complex throughout duty, unless given permission by your CRE. Duty in all complexes begin at 8 p.m. and ends at 8 a.m. the next morning. Rounds are from 8 p.m. till 12:30 a.m. on weeknights and 8 p.m. to 2:30 a.m. on weekends. At the beginning of a duty shift, the RA on duty must pick up the phone and charger from student engagement. Then, when deemed necessary, more than one RA may be on duty on a given night, and some complexes have a shared duty rotation. When helping residents, it's important to know all the vital resources on campus, and right now, we'll just highlight a few. Mental health and counseling services, accessibility resources, diversity, equity, and inclusion, and the Title IX office. If selected for the position, we'll go over these concepts and offices in greater detail. As an RA, you'll be managing many assignments, so it's important to implement self-care. Remember to make time for yourself. When you're feeling stressed or overwhelmed, it's a good idea to talk to your CRE and to let them know how you're doing. Try yoga, counseling services, meditation, or anything else that's going to ground and center you. If you start to feel really stressed or overwhelmed, it's important to connect with your CRE to create a new plan of action for all of your assignments. The RA role provides you with so many opportunities to apply to a job on campus and off, or even after you graduate Drew. Here are just some of the highlights: interpersonal relationship skills, empathy and listening, programming and event planning, mentorship skills, being analytical, learning how to provide safety and security, building your communication skills, and time management. It will be important for you to keep a record of all your tasks so you can take that to career services and find out how to market that on your resume. Now that you've heard all of the information, do you feel like you're ready to lead? To find the application and more details about it, go to drew.edu/lead to get the most updated information. Then, to find out general information about residence life, go to drew.edu/reslife. If you have any specific questions, you can email reslife@drew.edu. Thank you for taking the time to view this online presentation. We look forward to seeing your application and watching you launch your legacy.